exaggeration is the key to a happy mirage.
Marriage. When will I get married? Because I'm technically married to the church.
Alright, this is not a very planned... It is not going to be a very organized stream, is what I'm trying to say. But I'm trying to figure out what to do next. I should make a Trello, but I didn't. I just have sticky notes instead. A little loud. One sec. Oh, I can't log into chat. Weird. I just got to get that figured out later. I don't have to deal with it right now. I don't really care right now. So, what do we got now? Got a little dude running around. There we go, thank you. And then I got running around. So there's collisions, there's building, there's combat, which is going to be weird and complicated to deal with. I think we know that we're going to use collisions, so let's start with collisions. I don't think that does anything. Are you trying to turn up the music? Oh, hard to hear me. Okay, I'm going to turn down the music a little bit. That probably works better. Try again. Don't worry, that does nothing. That's not plugged in right now. My stepdaughter's watching. Because of course. Alright, I'm both. Is it still obnoxiously loud, the sound? Now it's too quiet. Alright, I'm turning it up a little bit. We'll have to wait until the actual song starts. Alright, I gotta figure out how to get these to give collision. I believe I can attach some sort of properties to these. Yeah, that's fine. The stream also has delay. It's synced up to what the video looks like, but the sound is going to be a bit delayed. Okay. So, I think this is whatever this is. Extract tile map layers as individual tile layer nodes. That's interesting. And that doesn't stay after I click it. Oh, here we go. No. What does this do? I don't know. That doesn't do anything, apparently. Who knows? We'll figure that out later. Tile set. Here we go. That's what I was looking for. Alright, so we can just say... Interesting. So it's base tile. Does that mean I can add other stuff to it? Alternative tiles. What does that mean? I'm just learning how this... I don't usually use tile sets, do I? I'll figure it out. Manage proxies. What does that mean? That doesn't seem like something that's useful for me right now. Okay. Okay, here we go. Terrains. This is probably the thing. Okay, so I believe this means that I can set things to... So I can say this is terrain 0 and this is terrain 1, and then I can react differently to each terrain type. I believe that's how this works. So let's look. That's how this can work anyway. It doesn't have to work this way, I suppose. The index of the terrain set this belong to. The index of the terrain inside the terrain set this belong to. 0, 0. I don't have terrains or terrain sets apparently, so I guess that doesn't do what I think it does. Skipping this one. So weird. I swear there's a way to do this. Property editor? Here we go. Okay, it's got to be in Paint. I don't know why Paint is the... Custom data. No custom data layers. Can I add a custom data layer? No custom... Why isn't there a custom data layer? Could there be a custom data... Could I make that happen? Alright. Internet time. So tile data is a single tile from a tile set. Tile shape, tile size. Get custom data layer. What the heck is a custom data layer?
Bathtub has 3 taps. Hot, cold, dark corral. Balances hard to achieve.
That doesn't help, does it?
The human voice and cold are an unlikely.
We'll figure this out. Custom data layer, huh?
Music over hot emptiness most days.
Well, can I create and customize custom data layers in the expector or the tile set resource? Oh, it's over here. Duh. Here we go. No, I figured it out. Alright, sweet. Alright. I almost might maybe think it might be a navigation layer. There's 2 navigation layers. That's what we're going to say. There's 2 navigation layers. Now, how do I change the navigation layer? Here we go, navigation. Alright, sweeto. I don't know if this is what I need, though. There's no description available for layers. No floaty text at all. Cool. Well, that's fine. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're good. Or do I just do a physics layer instead? We're not doing navigation layers, we're gonna do a physics layer. Alright, that makes more sense. and then it'll be 2 collision layers. Actually, I'm just gonna do 1 collision layer. Here we go. And then this one is gonna have collision all the way around. Yeah. We did it. We have a polygon. And then we're gonna also make these collidable, I guess. Why not? I guess I'm just gonna do a really basic thing here so I can figure out. So there's gonna be a second. I'm so confused by the needing to pick multiple layers on here, but I think I do it like this. So now this has 2 polygons. I'm gonna reload the project real quick. Okay, now going back to tile set, so let's set up paint, select a property editor. Here we go, physics layer. Okay, so we can change physics layer 0, but why can't we say physics layer 2? Or 1, I mean. Oh, can we just add additional? Oh, gotcha. Alright, no, I'm on board. I'm on board. I'm on board. I'm on board. Okay, the first one is just walls, so those are like that. The other one have a collision mask on 2. These are the ones that react to the player. So I guess I would say if one is always the player, 2 can be walls and things, and then we can do a collision mask, and then 3 can be like projectiles or whatever. So this is going to be the one that detects people stepping into it, like buttons and trap holes and stuff, and this is going to be the one that is people colliding with it. Gotcha. Alright, we're figuring it out. We're getting there. We're making progress. Okay, so we're going to edit physics layer 0. That's all fine. Then we're going to go back and edit physics layer 1. This one's going to have it. There we go. Save. There we go. And I'm actually going to make this polygon a little smaller on this one. Somehow, once I figure it out. Haircut, short and round. The label has the same old haircut. What the heck? There we go. I don't understand how this is supposed to work, but whatever. We got there eventually. This is such a weird backwards way to work. Alright. So theoretically, we have collision layers on all of these now. So now I just need to actually react to the collision. So the easy way to do that is just do a rigid body for the player. I guess there's no reason not to do that for now. A rigid body 2D. Maybe not even a rigid body 2D. Yeah, we'll do a rigid body 2D. Is there like a rigid body? What other physics bodies do I have available to me? If I can find them. Here we go. Okay, so there's character body 2D, rigid body 2D. So obviously we don't need these two. Animatable body 2D might be what I'm looking for, actually. It can't be moved by external forces or contacts, but can be moved manually by other means such as code. I think that's actually perfect. Right? Or do I want to do... I'm going to do a rigid body, because I do sometimes maybe... Alright. We're thinking... Yeah, we're going to do static body. We're just going to keep it simple. Because we're going to do battle... Battle's going to be a separate screen entirely, so we don't need to worry about that. Any sort of weird interactions like that. But then again, slippery ice sounds like a lot of fun, so we're gonna do rigid body. Alright, I made up my mind eventually.
Out of the normal.
Alright, no gravity.
The moon didn't like it one bit.
We're gonna add a collision shape 2D. -4. Yeah, that looks like a collision. That looks good. Maybe I take it down to 1. We're gonna make it even smaller because I want this to be nice. I also want to make a shadow. I also think we should probably commit to a dang color scheme, but we'll figure that out later. I can't look at chat right now. Bummer. I'll log into that later. Alright. I think I'm happy with that. Maybe up 1 more pixel. Yeah, that's better. Alright. Theoretically, I've done enough to stop the player from bumping into things. I think he's going to clip right through. Yeah, he's still going to clip right through. Because I'm not doing move and slide. That's what's happening. So, I'll do... Because there's some other stuff going on here. So we're colliding with layers 2. That's the one that we collide with. So that might help, but I don't think it's going to help. No. Because I need to do move and slide. Lock rotation. Constant forces. Okay, whatever. And then entity is going to be a rigid body 2D. I'm not entirely sure if I'm sold on this yet, but we'll figure this out. So this just changes the position based on that, but what we really want to do is set the velocity. To this, and not worry about the delta. And then in the entity itself, move and collide. Velocity. All good. We'll try that. See if that works. What's up? Let me... Oh goodness gracious! All right, 1 second. That was too much. Let's reduce that a little bit.
Okay. Reduce it. Reduce it.
We're reducing it. You know, I made this all nice and component-y, and then I just forgot the entire structure of it immediately.
Oh god.
That's still a little too fast.
No, just keep it the... Are you trying to...
That's something I run into a lot. It just takes me some time to figure out what I'm doing wrong here. Oh wait, we're on collision layer 1 because we're the player, right? Duh. And then the... tile set, physics layers are first a collision layer of 1, so this collides with 1s, right? Maybe do this. I don't understand 100%. But I think that might be better. Nope. Eh. Yeah, so I think is happening here is this isn't actually even keeping the velocity. So what I need to do real quick is just add a little velocity. Okay. And then we can do set velocity to that. And then an entity. Instead of that, we'll do this. Does that work better? No. Why is move and collide not working? So we're on layer 1. The collision shape is under as a child. I mean, we could put it on 2 layers, I suppose, but there's no reason that would fix it. Let me look at the tile map again. So physics layer 0 is attached to both of these. It's not one way. Why would it have a velocity? That doesn't make any sense. Is that just, does it need to have a that might be what it is. I'm gonna look that up. I bet it needs some sort of static body associated with it. Alright, let's look this up. Create a tile map layer, create a tile set, import your images, paint your terrain, add a physics layer, define physical layer boundaries. That's what I did. Alright. Well, okay, let's give the players some gravity and see if they just like fall and then land correctly, because maybe it's just the way that I'm moving them that are causing some problems. No. Because like if I even don't call this, it should still just fall off the screen. Yeah. Alright. So that's not the issue. Reload the project again and see if that works. Good old reload the project and see if turn it off and on again. Yeah, no. Okay, Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Get rid of that upsell dialogue. Not dealing with that right now. Now, under the tile set again, on the bottom, go to select tab, not paint or setup. Okay, let me look. Dot, dot, that's it. Okay, sweet. Well, I wasn't really looking under there. So this has physics layer 0, but doesn't have physics layer 1. This has physics layer 0, but not 1. And this has not 0, but it does have 1. Okay, that seems right. Unless there's something else I need to do here. This is so weird. Huh. There's always something that I messed up on here.
Thank you. That was really nice.
I kind of just skimmed this whole thing, so maybe I missed something. New tile set, man. I don't know, man. We'll keep digging. Keep digging until it works. So this feels like it should be on the right collision layer. Is this, does this fix it? No, right? No, because it still needs a collision shape. And theoretically that's what this does. I'm really starting to think I want to use custom data here. Because I could just do that. Oh, here we go. Physics quadrant 32, collision visibility, default, navigation visibility. Okay, yeah, that's another point. Let's turn on, what am I doing again? Physics. There was something here. I don't remember what it was. Oh yeah, I was gonna do windowed mode. Window. Yeah, so now I can change some things up here. And we can view... I think we can change it here? Okay, wait a second. Maybe I could do that in here. Known to everyone.
Well, I'm not sure about that.
Okay, so we can see it in here,
Good idea at the time.
but we can't see it in the game itself, right? There's no way to do that.
But as we all know, between even the purest particles lives lies best left out of pop music. Eat the greens.
There's so many different options that I haven't messed with yet, but I don't think this is anything. Okay, so I'm gonna give up on this. I don't need to do this. That's fine. We'll leave it in windowed mode though. Alright, so collision. That's not working. Clearly not working. Do I have to click this button? No, I don't think so. I don't think that does anything for me right now. We're just guessing and checking until we get something that works. That's what we're at right now. Oh, there we go. It was the mask. That's what I always do wrong. Alright, we got there eventually. Alright. Alright, so it's move and stop, though. I don't really like that. I want it to slide. Can we do move and slide instead? Of course not. It's gotta be a different, I don't need to change the type right now, but it's gotta be... an entity? No. Shoot. Duh. That was me. Character body 2D. Alright, it's gonna... Duh. That's probably what it should be at the end of the day. That's what that's made for. Duh. Aye. What? Fine. Stop. Please stop. 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 Okay, let's see how this looks. Okay, there we go. And now it's not moving and sliding though. I'm still moving and colliding because I need to change that. There we go. Oh boy, that's slow. Now it's slow again. Sweeto. Alright, we're getting there. There we go. Now we're feeling good about this. Alright. I like this guy with his little freaking chef hat. It's very cute. Alright. We got movement. We got collision. I'm gonna take a break.